update on the crops. You can see the corn here is not very tall, and also without a rain in the next few days, we'll probably be ready to chop in about 10 days. I mean, it's trying to fill ears and it's just gonna reach the end of all moisture and then it'll be time to chop. This here is double crop forage sorghum. You can see it kind of sprouted in 2 stages where the compaction was from harvest. But we got that nice rain a couple weeks ago and that sprouted everything that didn't sprout, just on the hard spots. But the stuff that came up on time, it's going crazy, but it's also gonna be showing drought stress when it gets hot next week unless we get a better rain tonight or tomorrow. Got chances, but they don't sound real good, but it's just supposed to be scattered storms, so maybe we'll hit the lottery. This is 90-day forage sorghum, so it's supposed to be ready to chop in 90 days from planting. In one way, it can be really good to have forage sorghum that just, like, this stuff will just grow like crazy. If you get one good rain on it, it'll just grow tall, chop it, and you have a lot of feed. The downside of like a 90-day, I don't know if we've ever tried anything this short, but the downside would be if it doesn't get that rain, it'll just head out really short and then not be much feed. Whereas a longer day, you have a longer window to get rain. But usually sorghum, even if it drought stresses, it'll just kind of sit still for a while and curl its leaves and wait, and then when it does get that rain, it'll really take off. And over the years, we've raised a lot of feed. Usually it's the double crop grains like soybeans or milo that we worry about just not being able to produce. Usually growing forage, you get something. Some years it's 8 foot tall, some years it's 6 foot tall, but it's yet to be seen this year. This stuff is doing all right. We're having some cool temperatures, still growing. It hasn't stressed much yet. Of course, we've been behind for so long, it's just hard to know what to think.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the 3 Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
So here you can see 2 wheat fields that we're just spraying all summer, and we'll go back to wheat on them, getting that weed seed bank knocked back. And this is kind of almost the most fallow we get, like leaving it in the heat of the summer. So hopefully we're collecting each rain we do get, even if they're little bits. And usually our second year wheat is our best wheat. It's just that you have a certain amount of opportunity costs in second year wheat when usually you can grow good double crop. But you guys know how dry we've been the last few years. We've been starting to do more second year wheat just until we get some profile moisture from a wet spell, because we saw one out of wet spell. So we might as well bank some moisture, try to grow a good second year no-till wheat crop, and then go back to our row crop. Over the hill we have one of the double crop forage blends, so that's our other version of kind of like a fallow. We'll just graze some cattle on it and rest it all the way until next spring. Probably plant corn there. Those are kind of all the different things going on right now. Everything would totally benefit from rain. We're not in control of that, so we are working on a whole bunch of odd jobs. I feel like I haven't vlogged very much because it's hard to know what odd jobs to film.
Consumers at dinner time are standing in the checkout line, cause I am a farmer and they want to see.
Fix it. You're gonna have to get your skirt off and get your... Hold it. We better stop a minute.
Bye-bye. Good job, brother. You blow kisses? Mwah.
So here's one of the small projects we've been working on. So we built that shed over there. You guys saw some of that. And the water that this pen used to go to, we're going to use for that little pen down there. And then we're going to put this water up here by the bunk. So we had to find this water line, which of course is hard to do. Dad was all careful. He kind of thought it was right around here, and then we couldn't find it, so he kept going that way. Well, then he came back this way, and sure enough, there it was. So that's about how it goes. Every time we find a water line, make a map of exactly where they are, because Dad's the only one, he's the only one that remembers them being put in, so someday we will need to know. Alright, we made it that far, so our water will go there, but that's what we wanted to get done for the day so we can get the water turned back on for the cattle, because we had to shut all the water off to do this. Kendall and Greg are on a speaking trip, so Kendall's the #1 chore guy, especially during the summer. I don't do as many chores, so the JV is on tonight. Done messed up, Nathan. My bad, Kendall. Got a little distillers in the silage. I was thinking about other things. Can't be doing that.
The smell of fresh cut alfalfa and the summer breeze. Oil, grease, milo dust, now I gotta sneeze. Farm, we've been raising your food now. Crops and animals create products and chow. How?
Sunday evening chores. I fed the cattle. Now I'm shutting down the pivot. The cattle and the pivot were working on Sunday, so I didn't have to. But we still gotta check on them. And here's the dry cord. Oh boy!
Hey, Dad just took the net wrap off the bale. That's his starting hay. He's doing the starter ration right now at the feed truck. I'm back. Nathan did my chores for a couple days while Greg and I went to Iowa and Wisconsin. I am glad to be back, ready to start some cattle. We are working like 100 head this morning. Okay, we had the weeds really grow in our working area here this summer. We sprayed them once, but me, Evan, and my dad are getting these processed. We're gonna do 100 head this morning. Okay, we got 77 head done. We're gonna do another 75 here. These are the groups of cattle from the last 2 weeks of sale barn purchases. Just working them all at once. Okay, got this waterway raked up. I'm gonna go park this at the next hayfield, the millet field. It's not a very high quality waterway. It's got kind of some woody species and stuff in there. But that stuff does hold the soil in really good if we do ever go back to having big rains in this, but it'll be grinding hay. It won't be like calf hay or even cow hay. Okay, I am en route to my next field, headed down a dead end road. I'm driving in between this forage sorghum. There's just a little bit of grass here, rake. Some good raking in today. Raking up this millet. Okay, I'm on the last passer of the outrounds here. You can see some of that millet's regrowing already. You can see where it's been cut off and then where it's regrowing. This field is, I think, gonna be, see there's the mung bean. It's regrowing a little bit too. This field's gonna be sprayed off before it gets too much taller, and then it'll go to wheat this fall.
Steele, what you doing?
Steel.
Safety first.
Everybody chimed in. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Now he can't ever hit his head.
Okay, got a bale made there. Got this bale made. Kick it. That's the 5th bale in this waterway. Still got another one to go, I think. There's the new calves from last night. 49 of them came in. Some variability to the size. Anyway, trickling into these tanks. There's some neighbors' cows and calves. They're sharing the same shady spot right now. Right along next to each other. One of these girls' cows, one of these cows' pond dried up. There's water in the bottom of it, but it's so muddy, I don't really want them trying to crawl through that to get to the water. So we're just gonna have to rely on this pond over here, I think, until I can get them caught. We'll be in early August. But we probably need to chop corn silage first, and then we can get these ones moved home.
Well, we're getting ready to chop. Got the one silage trailer hooked up. The cord is tangled. Not a cord, it's a hose, but you got what I meant. The silage trailer tends to have the worst tires. Some of them I need replaced. We think our corn probably won't go till like next week. I think we're gonna try today or tomorrow just to make sure everything's working, like the new chopper and stuff. So, and Greg's actually already hauling for our neighbor, so that some of the neighbors are chopping. Our corn is hanging in there, but there's spots that are dry. So I'm out here checking our earliest corn. This is our stock for silage. You can see the big old cracks in the ground. It actually, so this is the corner. This is where we pumped the lagoon out. So we'll pick some of it that got watered. But you can see this is the corner, and it made a nice ear and it's denting. But obviously it has no moisture left to fill. It's just going to shrivel up, kind of like our corn did last year. So it's hard to predict what this would make to combine, because they're nice looking ears. If it had filling weather, I think it could make 80 to 100. But as we saw last year, when the heat kicked on and there's no water left and it just shrivels up, it shrivels all the way down to like 60 to 65 bushel an acre. But that being said, see here, this is kind of a drier area. So this would go to chop probably right now, which we're thinking we're going to try it this afternoon. But I think on average we can wait until Monday, but it's going to go backwards fast. It'll make really nice silage because we do have some grain. We got lots of carbohydrates in there. We'll struggle to get our grain bin full this year, so we're trying to decide how much to chop, how much to pick. And then the corn we have over by Lindsborg, it has ears on it, but it was planted like 3 weeks later, so we're a little worried it's going to be like worse than this, but it still seems to make more sense to chop. I mean, we'll chop this close to, because we're so close to the feedlot. We'll see if we chop some over by Lindsborg or not.
Which one do you want to ride?
That can be taught. Yeah, that can be taught.
All right, Walker's gonna get it saddled up for us. Brianna's got a little Aubrey.
Aw, he's so nice. Your sister's riding a horse.
You having fun? Yeah. Can you give me a smile?
Hold on to the saddle horn, okay? Hold on.
Here we go.
Oh, that's great. You're doing great.
probably look funny because I'm trying not to squish her.
Thanks, Checkers.
You're so tall.
Wow.
Putting some dirt in the cab.
Yeah.
So the backyard of Lauren Walker's house here, Walker was telling me about how the Ashland fire of 2019 maybe, that ravaged southwest Kansas. We posted about it quite a bit. It came basically right up to the doorstep of this house. They lost a couple buildings and they lost a whole bunch of these trees out here. You can still kind of see some of the old trees standing. So there was like 30-40 foot flames approaching this house, and this right here was basically the north boundary of that huge fire that destroyed however many hundred thousands of acres. That's pretty scary to think about. You know, they didn't live here at this time, but the place was still in the family, and some of his brothers and cousins, I think, were out fighting the fire with tractors and trying to keep it from getting to the house. So
Working on this millet. Long way to go. Making progress here. Oh boy, you can see dust. Real dusty up there. There you can see we're right next to those cows grazing on the hill while I farm down here. It's a pretty sight. Got feed that's going to be chopped on the north side of the field. Feed that's going to be hayed right here in the middle of the field. And grass that's going to be grazed up there on the top of the hill. See the cows working on it now. Making millet hay today. Millet and mung bean hay. Well, we thought about planting this corner to a forage, and we did it, but the calves helped themselves to it. This is a really junky fence, but we put a hot wire inside of it, but the hot wire is dead right now. So we gotta figure that out. Shh. Come on, I'm trying to get these calves and two cows. Ironically, this is my neighbor's heifer that jumped in with mine, and now she probably was the first one to jump out and taught all my cattle how to get out of a fence. I'm trying to get them around to that corner before my pairs realize there's a hole there. There's my lead cow. She's gonna find that stupid hole. Okay. Come on! Come on! Hey, 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 no, 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 no. All right, there's the last one. Now I gotta fix the fence. You know, I got them to all run away from this gap. Empty pond, number one. It's not even looking much like a pond anymore. All right, now empty pond, number two. That one you can still see the bottom of the pond. It's not all done for vegetation yet.
Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody.
A workout. Step to the bump. Yeah. This is what I see. All the hungry cattle are staring at me.
When I'm in my tractor, I've got more power than an arc reactor.
And when I'm in the field, I try to raise crops to maximum yield. All your wheat fields be gone, whether you are too old. In the winter, you can say it gets colder. Feeding cattle daily, looking back over my shoulder. Check the meteorologist description. Maybe it's a fact, but sometimes it can be fiction. The ice, the waters, and scrape the pin. Spread the mud. We all need farmers to provide us with our food. Okay, here we go. All right. Working farmer style. Ride a horse. Farmer style. Work, working farmer style. You'll wanna see me show.
So now, gotta use the lights here. My battery went out, even with the solar charge. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but had to come put a new battery in, switch them out before the cows got out. It's switched out now, and the fence says hot. Okay, here's those heifers that have been here 8 days. I started feeding them a little bit of this grower ration. Gonna stick at just 5 pounds as fed, and let my dad work them up a little bit. Here's the ones we bought yesterday, no, 2 days ago. We're gonna process them this morning. We'll give them shots and an ear tag and stuff. They're hungry. You gotta keep cattle hungry when you first get them, as they get adjusted to your ration and everything. So it's good that they're hungry. Man, that hay from next to the interstate's got trash in it. Time to work some more El Dorado calves. You sold in from El Dorado on July 22nd. Is that right? No. 18th. It could be yours. A weaned calf in El Dorado on July 25th. They could be yours. Hey. Okay, two left in this bunch, and then they go get some more.
I got one wild one in.
2B. We got to check up their steer heifer, give them a wormer, a modified live vaccine, tag, and implant. Well, Claire helped me finish baling this morning. Got close to 100 bales here of millet. I was really excited about this size of bale. Can you do it? Need some help?
We're just gonna act like we're riding horses. Working farmer style. Ride a horse. Farmer style. Working farmer style. One, two, three, four, tractor! 1, 2, 3, 4, tractor! 1, 2, 3, 4, tractor! No, tell it to the phone. What does the chicken say? Buck, buck. Tractor! Get a little louder. 2, 3, 4, tractor! 1, 2, 3, 4, tractor! 1, 2, 3, 4, tractor!
Quite the scene.
Well, you guys, totally bizarre tonight. We did not have a forecasted rain at all for tonight, but we were actually in Hill City, Kansas, and we were performing at a county fair, and right at the end of our last song, the storm picks up, starts raining, and so we pack up our stuff, pack up our sound system, and then we drive on I-70 for 2 hours in the rain. It rained on us the entire way home, just a small storm. And we're like, no way does this storm make it all the way to Assaria, Lindsborg. It did. This cell that rained us out 2.5 hours away is now hitting us all the way back here at home. I've already got a ½ inch in the rain gauge. It's still coming down hard. What are the odds that we would drive in the pouring rain for 2.5 hours all the way home and it would hit us here? This was not forecasted, so this is incredible. It's midnight right now. Standing on my porch, watching it rain. This is awesome. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.